Hello everyone, welcome back to EduTap and welcome to today's session. Today it is going to be a very important session for all the aspirants who are preparing for the RBI Grade B 2024 because today we are going to decode the ESI syllabus and there is a recent change that has been seen in the ESI that we are going to discuss. What is the importance of static, what is the importance of the current that we will see, as well as what are the important topics that you must focus on. As well as I'm going to give you the previous year questions. Through that, I'm going to give you many of the key details that you must know about in the ESI syllabus. So be ready, and this is going to be a very important and informative video. So see till the end of the session. Okay, so let's get started. But before that, there is a big announcement from EduTap that we have brought for you the complete guidebook for RBI Grade B, where you are going to get the complete syllabus for the examination, the sources for the examination, from where to prepare, as well as you are also going to get the previous year questions with this guidebook. And let me tell you that this is absolutely free of cost, to save your time, to save your efforts, and you can easily download this guidebook. The link is provided in the description box below, so do register and download this guidebook. Okay, so now coming to the syllabus, first of all we have to decode the syllabus to understand the strategy for ESI and to understand the important points regarding the ESI syllabus. Okay, so this is the syllabus for ESI: growth and development, Indian economy, globalization and social structure in India. These are some of the important, like, broader concepts of the ESI syllabus. Growth and development, surely it is talking about growth, it is talking about national income, it is also talking about poverty elevation and the employment generation, it is also talking about the sustainable development. So all these important concepts, they come under the growth and development. Then coming to Indian economy, so we will study the economic history of India in this. There is also the industrial and labor policy, monetary policy that affects the whole of the Indian economy, the fiscal policy that affects the whole of the Indian economy. Then there is also the role of Indian banks, the Indian money and financial markets and such. Then there is also the public finance, political economy, the industrial developments in India, Indian agriculture, services sector in India. So they are a part of the Indian economy. Coming to the globalization, that means opening up of Indian economy, the balance of payments. This is very important. Export import policy, international economic institutions, let it be IMF, World Bank, WTO, regional economic operations and such. These come under the category of globalization. Okay, so these are the three broad heads that are the economics portion in the economic and social issues. Then the fourth head is regarding the social structure in India, that is the social issues component in the ESI. Okay, in the social structure in India, we have multiculturalism, demographic trends, urbanization, migration, gender issues and social justice. Okay, so this is the syllabus that you get in the notification of the RBI Grade B, and I hope you understand the basic syllabus of the ESI that is given in the notification. Okay, so now we understand the syllabus. Okay, we have gone through the syllabus, but how to prepare for ESI? Seeing the syllabus, we have seen the syllabus in the notification also, but how we can prepare for ESI, that is the key point. So for that, you have to understand that ESI contains 100 marks in the phase 2, and I hope you know that the phase 2 marks combined with the interview marks, they make you the RBI Grade B officer. Okay, so these 100 marks are very important for clearing the examination, for becoming the RBI Grade B officer, right? So the ESI component, it carries 100 marks in the phase 2. 50 marks are for the objective part of the ESI component and 50 marks are for the descriptive part of the examination. Okay, so here in the phase 2, you will get the ESI for 100 marks. 50 marks will be for the objective and 50 marks will be for the descriptive portion of the ESI. 50 marks, like objective, have 30 questions that carries 50 marks. The descriptive have 6 questions, out of which you have to do 2 questions of 10 marks and you have to do 2 questions of 15 marks. So this carries 50 marks for the descriptive portion. So I hope you understand that how important the ESI is. So now let's see the importance. Like always, we have heard that current has a very huge portion in the ESI, and if you do the current part, that is all that you need to prepare. But in the 2023, we have seen that the static portion also held very big weightage or good weightage in the examination, and now the static is also becoming important in the ESI component of the examination. Okay, so I have brought you some numbers so that you can clearly understand that how important the static is becoming now. So yes, current has the maximum weightage in the examination in the ESI component. Okay, so in the ESI component, in the objective part, out of 30 questions, there were 23 questions from the current part, but there were 7 questions from static also. So you cannot ignore static now, because if you ignore static, you will be ignoring these 14 marks. And let me tell you that these 7 questions were the low hanging fruits. They were very easy. If you had the basic of the information also now, you would have easily able to answer these questions. So these are the low hanging fruits that you must not let go. Okay, so the static is also becoming important in the ESI component, not only in the objective part but also in the descriptive part. There were 2 direct questions of 10 marks each that were from the static part. So surely you cannot leave this part also. Okay, so there were 6 questions, that were 4 questions were from current, 2 questions were from static. You had to attempt 2 questions of 10 marks and 2 questions of 15 marks. So in descriptive, in this objective, in the ESI component, you can understand that yes, current has the maximum weightage, more like it has the more than 50% of weightage, but static is also becoming very important now, and this is the low hanging fruit that is very easy to do, that you can easily do in the ESI component. Okay, so you should not leave the static part, and what should be the strategy for the static part, that also I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is the syllabus. Now I hope you got the clarity of the syllabus, the clarity that how important the ESI component is, and the clarity that the static is also becoming important, and current was always important, but now the static is also having more and more weightage. It is also becoming important. Okay, so coming to the strategy for the ESI static, here you can see that these are some of the chapters that are very important from the exam point of view. The questions in the ESI static, the questions were mostly from these chapters in the objective and the descriptive part. So here we are talking about ESI static. So measurement of growth, the growth and development, it is very important for objective and descriptive. Economic reforms in India, the liberalization, privatization, globalization, it is important for objective and descriptive. The monetary policy, we have seen a direct question in the 2023 RBI Grade B examination. There was a direct question of 10 marks that came from the monetary policy, and it was a very basic question that tell the 8 or explain, illustrate the 8 instruments of monetary policy. So if you have the foundation, if you have the basic understanding of these chapters now, that is more than enough. You do not like, you have to cover it broadly. You need to have the broader understanding, and there were the easy and direct questions that came from these chapters. So these in the ESI static, these are very important chapters which will help you in answering the questions in the objective and the descriptive part of the examination. The balance of payments, the balance of payment components can be asked in the descriptive part or the objective part. The fiscal policy, that also contains the budget and its components. So to understand the union budget, also to understand the different kind of deficit in our country, the fiscal policy chapter is very important. That is important from objective and descriptive point of view. Employment generation, poverty elevation. So these are also very important chapters. You need to have the basic understanding of the poverty, the employment, the types of employment and such, the types of unemployment and such. Okay. The international economic institutions, there were direct questions on WTO, IMF and World Bank. That also I'm going to show you, but I hope you understand that these chapters are important from objective and descriptive point of view, both from the ESI static. Okay, regional economic cooperation also. So these are the very important topics, and the strategy is to make a good foundation in these chapters first, so that they will help you in getting the marks in the static portion, as well as they will help you in getting the understanding regarding the current affairs also. There are many terms that are going on: repo rate, margin standing facility, standing deposit facility. So through these chapters, through monetary policy chapter, you will understand these basic terminologies. The terminologies like deficit, like the revenue deficit, like the fiscal deficit, you are going to get the basic understanding regarding this from the fiscal policy chapter. So I hope you understand that in the for the current affairs, for covering the current affairs also, you have to first go through and first make a foundation in these chapters, and they are very important from the static point of view. The direct questions from the static has come from these chapters, and they can come from these chapters. Let me give you example for your clarity. So in the 2023, you can see regarding the World Trade Organization, there was direct questions, the static questions that you can see, that in which round it was formed. Okay, it was Uruguay round. The GATT, the last round of GATT was Uruguay round, in which the WTO was formed and the WTO replaced GATT. WTO was formed in 1st January 1995. So you can see how basic questions are they. So you just need to have the foundation of the ESI static that will help you in answering these direct questions, as well as this is also going to help you in forming the understanding for the current affairs. You can see that this is also like in ESI objective, directly IMF, 3 critical missions or the functions. So just the foundation you needed. Here the monetary policy and at least 8 monetary policy instruments. So if you have basic understanding in the monetary policy chapter, you can easily answer this question that is of 10 marks. And this is the recent example. This is the recent pattern that has been seen. Then there was in 2022, there was a direct question regarding the economic reforms, the liberalization, privatization, globalization. So I hope you understand that how important the chapters that I have shown you are, and how important the ESI static is from the exam point of view. Yes, the current holds the good weightage, the majority of the weightage, more than 50% of weightage is from current, but you cannot leave the 30%, the 40% that is coming from ESI static. Okay. So in the strategy for ESI, we have seen the economics segment. Now we have to see the social issues segment. So we have seen the very important topics from the economics segment and how they are important. They are important from the static point of view. Okay, that is both in the objective and in the descriptive part of the examination. Okay, from here, from these topics, these are important from the static point of view. Now coming to the social issues, this is also very important. In the social issues, these are the chapters that are mentioned. From the objective, mostly the current based questions are going to come. Okay, mostly the current based questions are going to come in the objective part from the social issues. Now in the descriptive, the static questions can come from the social issues, or the current based questions can come from the social issues. Like in 2023 RBI Grade B examination, we have seen a direct question that was regarding a report that was based on migration. So you can understand that the current based questions can also come from the social issues, but for that you need to have the basic understanding of migration. In the descriptive part, the static questions can also come from the social issue segment. Here you can see the question is regarding the urbanization. You need to have the understanding of the caste, gender discrimination, the protective discriminatory policy. So from the social issues, the descriptive question can be static based or the current based question. In the current based, as I have told you that the migration, there was a report on migration, regarding that the question came. So you need to have the basic understanding of migration. The static question I am showing you also, this is also a static question that was regarding the role of demography in India's economic transition. So in the social issues, it is important from the descriptive point of view, from the static as well as current point of view. So in the whenever you read the social issues, go through it from the descriptive point of view majorly. Okay, because if the objective questions are coming, they are mostly coming from the current affairs. So I hope you have got the understanding now. Social issues, it is current based plus static based. Okay, from the current, the objective questions and descriptive questions are coming. From the static, mostly the descriptive questions can come. Okay, now if you want to know about the strategy, I have given you the broader strategy for the economics and social issues. If you want to get the strategy particularly for the current affairs, you can see Gurkirat sir video, in which he has beautifully explained how to cover the current affairs, how to approach the current affairs. Okay, so I was trying to give you the strategy for ESI. I hope you have understood the basic understanding of the strategy of ESI, the basic understanding of the syllabus of ESI, how to approach it, the important chapters from the static point of view, the important chapters from the descriptive point of view, that is the social issues chapters are also very important from the descriptive point of view. The static chapters are also important from descriptive point of view. Okay, so now coming to the right sources. So here are some of the right sources for you. So Indian Economy by Ramesh Singh, Indian Economy by VK Puri and SK Mishra, The Development Economics by Debraj Ray, and The Social Problems in India by Ram Ahuja. So these are some of the books that you can follow. You can also follow the Economic and Political Weekly for getting more pointers for the descriptive writing, the Yojana, and any one of the newspapers you can follow. See, you do not have to read cover to cover. Just follow the syllabus. Just follow these the points that are given in the book and the chapters that are given in the book. But if you think that this is too much time consuming, then do not worry. EduTap is always here for you, and we have brought for you the gold pack and the silver pack for the RBI Grade B 2024. In the gold pack, you are going to get the complete coverage for the RBI Grade B examination. You are going to get the preparation for the phase 1. You are going to get all the components of the phase 1 in the gold pack. You are going to get all the components of the phase 2 in the gold pack. The videos for the ESI finance management are provided. The concept notes, the summary sheets are provided. The quizzes are provided. The interview guidance will also be given. The mock interviews will also be taken. So this gold pack is the complete Ramban solution for the RBI Grade B 2024. But if you do not want to follow the gold pack, if you are very confident in quant, reasoning and English in the phase 1, then you can take the silver pack. That in the phase 1, in this we are only providing the general awareness. In the phase 2, we are providing everything, the finance management, ESI. In the interview, we are also providing you the interview guidance program and the mock interviews. So you can understand that as per your requirement, if you think that self preparation is typical for you or is very difficult for you now, as you are working aspirant, or there are too many sources to follow, so you do not need to worry. This is the #1 online course that EduTap is providing for the RBI Grade B 2024, and you can also download free sample material to understand that how we approach things and to get connected with us. So you can get the free sample material and then you can decide to get the material. So this is the information regarding the RBI Grade B 2024 and the ESI information. I hope you understand, and if you want to know more about this online course, you can check the link in the description box below. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you got the strategy for the ESI, and if you have any query, you can comment down below or you can mail us here. You can contact us through this number. Thank you very much everyone. Have a good day.